Anyways, I thought I would do a little chit chat, get ready with me. I asked you guys on my story last night to ask me some questions to answer, and I got a fair few. So I thought I would answer them because there's a lot whilst I get ready for the day. Oh, I'm actually nervous. I feel nauseous. Okay, so let's just get into it, I guess. I'm basically getting ready now to film some content, and then I'm gonna be filming a podcast episode today, and then I'm going out to dinner with one of my good friends tonight. Wait, it just ignore the chocolate stain on my shirt. I don't want to talk about it. I'm just gonna quickly wash my face. Usually I have a shower in the morning, but I can't be bothered. That's hot. It actually usually takes me about maybe 5 minutes to do my makeup, but I'm gonna try and drag this one out so I can answer all of these questions. The first question that I got was, what gave you the confidence to start posting? I'm not actually sure. Like, if I'm being so real right now, I started posting on TikTok at the start of last year, like consistently, and I think I just had a few like videos that low-key did really well, and I was like, yo. And I've always been like that friend. You know how everyone has that friend that just films everything, like likes to pretend they're an influencer? Like, my poor private Snapchat story experienced this before anyone else did. I'm not really sure what gave me the confidence, because I think I was always quite, I don't know. After I went through my last breakup, I was kind of just like, whatever. Like, no one really cares. And also, I moved like half an hour away from where I went to school. I wasn't really friends with, that many people from high school. And those are the people that I was most scared of judging me. And I was like, no, I've like separated myself from this group. So I am not really worried about what they think. And then it started doing really well, and I've been really lucky in that, like, I've never really received any negative comments that have kind of like shut my confidence down or anything. I don't know, if I'm gonna be so honest right now, but I think they were received really well at the start, so I was like, oh, okay, like, what if I just keep doing it? And then I did, and it worked out really well. And I don't know, I think when people say to me, oh, I want to start doing content and stuff, I'm just like, do it. Because what have you got to lose, really? Like, I feel like people that judge you when you do content and stuff like this, it's kind of weird, because who cares, really? Like, no one actually really cares that much about what anyone else is doing. And I guess I'm pretty lucky, because in the sunny coast, especially my age group, there's a lot of people doing the same thing. So it's pretty normal. My hair is not hairing. Anyways, I don't know if that answered the question. I'm not very good at answering questions directly. I had heaps of questions about my boyfriend. Aww. Someone asked our story, someone said we're really cute, how did we meet? Someone else asked how did we meet? I don't know, I feel weird telling this story without him, because I feel like I should tell this story with him. But essentially, if you've been following me on TikTok for a while, then you'd probably know that I used to go to this swim at sunrise on Saturday mornings with just a bunch of strangers, and it was super cool, like it was super fun. We both went to the swim, and I saw him like months and months beforehand, but I was like scared, because I'm actually a very nervous person. I'm an incredibly nervous person, but I obviously thought he was really cute, and I told the girls that I was with at the time. I finally, I don't know where, but like a couple months later, found the balls and decided to talk to him. That's how we met, and I actually really like that story, because it's quite a cool way to meet someone. I don't know, I think that's fun. Yeah, anyways. A couple of people asked what my nationality is, and I get asked this question all the time. Like, I get asked this question, like a few times a week at least, by strangers. I can't deal with my hair right now. What's going on? Okay, that's a little bit better. So, I am half Thai, half Australian. So my mum is Thai, and my dad is fully Australian. I'm pretty lucky. I'm very lucky. I wish I knew more about my heritage, but my mum was adopted, so she's not real. Culturally, there's no... Whatever. I just keep yapping. Ugh. Someone asked, did I enjoy high school? Look, I'm gonna be so real with you right now. I was a rat in high school. I was in a relationship for basically my entire high school experience here on the sunny coast. And I don't know, I think a lot of people can relate to this in that like I don't really love who I was in high school. I didn't have that many like really close good friends. Like I didn't have heaps of friends. I really struggled to make friends. I was a bit of a bitch. Like I'm gonna be so real right now. Like I think I was not a very nice person in high school. I think I was just very entitled, and I look back on a lot of my actions. Like obviously I made some great friends out of it, but I look back on a lot of my actions and I'm like, oh, that's really embarrassing. I feel like a lot of people experience that though. I feel like that's a pretty universal experience, like not loving who you are in high school. I've definitely changed a lot to the person that I was. I definitely grew up a lot, but I, for the most part, like I did have a really great high school experience. I was really lucky, like my parents really supported me through everything, and I did do like ATAR and stuff. And I, like, academically I did really well, I think. I don't know, I actually really liked the schooling part of school because I was quite good at it, but the social part of school, not really my best, but that's okay. We all learn from those kinds of things, I think. It's definitely helped me like today, and like now I have some of the most amazing friendships ever, and that's because of who I was in high school. Like, can't get to this person without being that person, you know what I mean? Next question. Were you ever anxious about starting content creation? If so, what helped you overcome it? Absolutely. There are days where I still get really anxious about it. And the Sunshine Coast, it's quite a small place, so it's also very easy to get recognised. And I definitely had a few people that I used to know that were like, isn't that kind of embarrassing? Can't you embarrass? And like that would make me really anxious. But I also have an amazing group of friends that have always been super supportive of this kind of thing and always super encouraging. And I think that's the main thing, is like having people that will back you, because I think this might sound biased, but my friends, I personally think, are some of the greatest people I've ever met. Like just genuinely really good people. So when they say things like, oh, like you're doing really well and like you should keep doing it and all those kinds of like encouraging things, I like take their word as gospel because I think they're great people. So I know I'm doing an okay thing, if that makes sense. But in terms of like overcoming the anxiety, I think it's really hard to just like overcome that. I think you really just have to push yourself. Like you really just have to like jump out of that comfort zone, because if you don't, like people that care, the people that judge you, you probably don't really want them in your life anyways. That's my theory anyways. I definitely have lost a few friends since I've started doing it. I don't know if it's related, like I think we also just grow out of each other like as friends. But I've definitely like got very different friends to the friends that I had 2 years ago. And the friends that I had 2 years ago probably wouldn't be as encouraging, but that's okay. But that's like the main source of my anxiety. I think I'm really lucky because like I said before, like I've never really gotten like hate comments or anything that have made me question what I'm doing. I get like some like 12-year-old boys being like, you're ugly. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But other than that, overcoming anxiety is really hard. Pushing yourself and seeing the reward and seeing like the success rate makes it really easy. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm really bad at explaining things. I'm really bad with my words like out loud. I love writing my words down, but I, for the life of me, cannot speak them. It's a problem. I'm working through it. Someone asked, how are you doing? You made me cry. Look, I am not gonna lie, I never want my platforms to be like putting out this image that everything is perfect all the time, because it's not. I'm not gonna lie, like right now, at this very present time, I'm not doing great. I'm very well versed in the concept of having bad days to have good days. Like I know that, you know, I'm gonna have good days, but in order to really appreciate them, I just have to have these bad days. Had a couple of bad days in a row. But I'm also, no, you're actually gonna make me cry with that question. Oh, what the freak. I'm not doing great, but I will be. It's all good. I think this is gonna be really raw right now. I really struggle like processing my emotions. and putting words to them and voicing them, talking. Like I really struggle. So it's been a bit of a struggle the last few days because I've had a fair few different things going on. And I'm coming off the back of like a cold, so I've got like the physical aspect as well as the mental aspect, which definitely doesn't help. But honestly, I'm gonna be fine. I know that. I think the beauty of going through a breakup so young and moving out so young is that you realize that you can just do anything, really. Like, you can literally do anything. You can get through anything on your own. I very much value myself far more because of everything that I've gone through. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm not doing great, but I will be. I hope you're doing really well. Someone asked, do you want to travel? If so, where? I desperately want to travel, but the economy is telling me that's not actually available to me at this present moment. However, my dream place is Canada. I was actually meant to be moving to Canada at the end of this year. Plans change, but that's okay. But my dream destination is definitely, I think in order, it's definitely changed over the past few years, but it's Canada, New Zealand, and then Japan. Those have been my top 3 places, I think. I was really lucky growing up. Like, I travelled heaps with my family, so I've been to, like the main touristy places. Like, I've been to like Paris and London and New York, and I love them all. Hot take, I freaking love Paris. Like, it's such a privileged thing to be able to go there, and I'm acutely aware of that, and I'm so grateful that I got to go. But everyone hates on Paris. Everyone thinks it's ugly. I love Paris. But so that's my main, that's where I want to go mainly, but it's really hard to save money in this economy, and I just don't know when I'm going to get there. Who knows? Anything's possible. I'm definitely going to travel in the future. Just gotta learn how to save, because that's not a strong suit of mine. I had a few questions. Oh, I'm nervous. I had a few questions about how I became so confident in my body, and tips, and how I have self-love, and how do I stay body positive. I literally was thinking about this basically all night. I saw these questions come through, and they were playing on my mind all night, because I think I've always thought about, this platform, and obviously I only really do fit checks and vlogs, but I never want to not be honest, and I never want to not be transparent. So I'm just going to be really real. Self-love and body positivity is something I struggle with a lot, every single day of my life. I find it really hard to be positive about my body. I find it really hard to not wish that I could make changes to it. I genuinely have grown so much in that kind of aspect over the past few years, so I'm really grateful for how I feel about it now in comparison to how I felt about it a couple of years ago. But it's something that I struggle with every single day, and I don't want people to think that I don't, just because I post photos of myself in my bikini, or there are good days where I can take a photo in a bikini, and there are bad days where I won't even get in a bikini because I don't feel confident in my body, which sucks, and I'm aware of it, how much it sucks. And this is just me trying to tell you guys that it's okay if you struggle with that kind of stuff. But I find that when I constantly remind myself that this is my body for life. This has taken me from literal fetus to adulthood, and I should be really grateful for that, and I am really grateful for that. And I think that's how I really overcome it. On the days where I don't like what I see in the mirror, on the days that I, don't want to get myself in a bikini, I have to remind myself that first of all, no one really cares what your body looks like. If they care, it's usually a projection of themselves and how they feel about their own body. I'm learning to love my body every single day, and it's hard, but my body is the least interesting part about me. It genuinely is. I'm a funny gal. Not really, a little bit sometimes, but I can do cool things. I can sew and read and write and paint, and my body and the shape of it and the size of it and how it looks in certain lights has no effect on how I do those things. And those are the things that I love doing. So that's that. I just wanted to let you know that I struggle too. It's okay if you struggle, but just remember how far you've come because of the body that you have, and just treat it well. Anyways, someone asked what I do for work. So I don't really want to say where I work, but essentially I just work in like a call center. It's like an office. I work in an office. That's why I get to dress up every day, because I work in an office. Very different to anything I've ever done before. I'm such a retail girly, but retail girlies will understand. Sometimes you just need to get out of there. Someone asked what my favorite food is. Sushi is definitely like up there. I could eat that for every meal. Like genuinely, I love sushi. But like singular food, mangoes. I have an obsession with mangoes. Oh my god. I'm so sad that mango season is done. Someone asked where I get my style inspiration from. I'm not sure. Everywhere. I feel like a lot of people say Pinterest. I don't know. I go through phases with Pinterest. I'm not really digging Pinterest right now, but I've definitely had my days with Pinterest. I mostly get it like, I feel like people on the Sunshine Coast are quite stylish. Or like I like the style of the Sunshine Coast. So I actually get a lot of my inspiration from like people I see, like just walking around. My obsession with rollers started from me seeing a girl in rollers, and I loved them so much. And I ran up to her and I was like, where are your jeans from? And she told me, and then I now have 6 pairs. Someone said I give off only child vibes. I feel like I give off only daughter vibes, because that's like correct. I'm the only daughter. I don't feel like I give off only child vibes. I don't know if I'm offended by that or not. I am definitely not an only child. I have 4 brothers and a sister on the way. So yeah, definitely not an only child. Very, very far from it. But I am the only girl, so I can understand maybe where the confusion is coming from. What's your dream job? That's actually a really good question. That's a great question. My dream job... Okay, I'm about to go into a tangent here. Are you ready? I have this crisis every single day. Every single day I have this crisis. Because I want to run my own fashion company. Like I want to design clothes. I love clothes. I used to have like a clothing company. I used to make clothes. I went to uni to study like fashion design. I dropped out, but I tried. I want to do that. But then also I am a crazy Pilates girl, and my journey with like health and nutrition and wellness has definitely like accelerated this past year, and it's something that I really want to learn more about and really want to like spread correct information about. So part of me wants to like become a Pilates instructor and study nutrition and dietetics, and then part of me also just wants to do nothing. I feel like a lot of people struggle with this, like they just don't know what to do and they feel like they should be doing something and all that. And I definitely like have days where I'm like, I have like my boyfriend's at uni, my best friend's starting a beauty course, like a lot of my friends are like, you know, getting bigger roles in their jobs, and like I feel like I'm just not doing anything. But then I'm like, no, because I wouldn't want to do any of the things that all of them are doing. I love them and I think they're perfectly well suited to the careers that they're looking into at the moment. And I think they're going to do such amazing things, and I'm so excited to like watch them, be with them while they go through all of that. And I wouldn't want to do any of those things. And it's cool that they found that out, but that doesn't mean that I have to. At the moment, I live out of home. I'm completely financially independent. I get to do this social media thing, which I really enjoy. I love my job anyways. Like I do love my job. I don't want to do it forever, but I do love it. So I don't know what I want to do. That's okay. I know I'll figure it out. I feel like I've got this like, and I was talking to my dad about this not that long ago, but I feel like I've got this delusional belief that I am always going to figure it out every single time. I just have this like delulu idea that I am always going to figure it out on my own, which probably isn't like, I don't know if it's the greatest idea, but it's definitely got me to where I am now. So I have no idea. I've been really wanting to go back to uni lately, but I freaking hated uni. Like, I feel like if I go to uni, I could do like something fun. I always wanted to study art. It's so expensive. I went for 1 year and I'm already like $14,000 in debt. How? I didn't learn anything from that except that I don't like uni. Paid $14,000 to know that. Feels a little excessive. Someone asked how I do my hair. Guys, I really want to try and film a tutorial on how to do my hair, but this is not a great example because I'm having a really bad hair day at the moment. I only wash my hair once a week, so it's only one time a week that I could film this, and I always forget. So when I remember, I'll do it. I promise. How long Sam and I have been together? I think we first met in like August of last year, maybe. But we've only been officially dating for a couple of months. I get awkward talking about that. Someone asked if I feel comfortable sharing so much of my relationship online. Obviously, I can share as much as I want, it's my relationship. But it does make me nervous, I'm not gonna lie. I know, I've just always been the kind of person that loves sharing everything. I love sharing everything. My life is no secret to anyone. Even my friends, like, I tell them everything. I yap far too much. So, I don't know, I just love sharing things. And I also just yapped for like, what, 15 minutes straight? That's a long time of just straight talking. Thanks for watching. Thanks for asking all the questions. Okay. Love you.